Word number 4 is isdlam. So we start off with an I. I is a sound that can change depending on what's around it. Normally it would be up here, but since this one's a little bit different, it's more towards the middle front part of your mouth, and it changes because of the fact that it has an apostrophe in front of it. So the apostrophe tells us that this I changes from an E sound to an A sound, like the month of May. So it's not an E sound like pizza, it's A like May because of this apostrophe. The next letter is S. S. So S is what's called an affricate sound. And what we're doing, these are your teeth here. So we're putting our teeth closer together. The sound comes from your throat, passes between your teeth. When it passes in between the smaller space here, the air kind of bounces around and makes the S sound. S. So that's what makes that S. Next we have a symbol. The symbol looks like this, kind of like an upside down Y. And this is called a lambda. It comes from the Greek alphabet and it makes a dl sound. Dl. So what we're doing when we're creating this sound, taking the tip of our tongue, put it against our alveolar ridge here. So we start off by making kind of a D sound, and after we make that D sound, we let the tip of our tongue come down. As we do that, it makes more of a L sound, and then it comes out as dl. Dl. So this is basically represented by a D and an L in Emmenbach's orthography. The lambda appears in the Lincoln and Rath orthography. They worked on xa'isla language before, or around the same time, maybe just a little bit before Emmenbach did. This was a symbol they used to represent this sound. So this symbol says dl. Next letter is A. This A comes from further towards the back of your mouth and the bottom, and it makes an ah sound. And then the last letter is M. So M is a labial sound. So we're using our lips. Since we're closing our lips down here, sound can't come out this way. So then it comes out through your nasal passage. And then comes up through your nose. It makes an sound. The way we spell isdlam is we have an apostrophe, we have an I, S, we have a lambda, an A, and an M. So we'll break this up into 2 syllables. And we'll take a look at this first symbol here. This is an apostrophe. We're also going to put another symbol here over the A. So getting back to the first symbol, the apostrophe, anytime an I comes after an apostrophe, it's going to change its sound. Normally an I would sound like E, as in pizza. But since there's an apostrophe here, this tells us that it's going to change. So instead of making an E sound, it now sounds like A, like the month of May. And also, the other purpose that this apostrophe serves is it stands in as a consonant. One important aspect of the xa'isla language to remember is that xa'isla words do not start with vowels. So we wouldn't be able to write this starting with an I. We'd have to have something in front of it. So that's why the apostrophe is there. The apostrophe is considered a consonant. So since we can't start xa'isla words with vowels, we have to start it with a consonant. The apostrophe is considered a consonant, so that's what we use to start words that start with vowels. You will always see an apostrophe in front of a vowel if it's at the start of a word. S is like a regular S. And this symbol here is a lambda. And it makes kind of a dl sound. So you have to think of a D and an L together, making a dl kind of sound. Over the A here we have an accent. So it tells us we're going to put more emphasis on this last syllable. So we're saying the first syllable in a lower tone, ace, the second syllable in a higher tone, tlam, ace, tlam. The A in this case sounds like ah. And then we have a regular M at the end. So we put them together, you have isdlam, isdlam.